Stay tuned, we're about to go art walking.
Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Art is a jealous mistress, and if a man have a genius for painting, poetry, music, architecture, or philosophy, he makes a bad husband and an ill provider, and should be wise in season and not fetter himself with duties which will embitter his day." Well, art may be a jealous mistress, but at least it doesn't squirt crazy glue in the door locks of your car and send you 50 threatening texts in an hour, which is what happened to this guy I used to work with. This is the Ellis-Nicholson Gallery that has Jeanette Nicholson and Victoria Ellis. These two ladies have been nice to us. I would come down over and over just to talk to these ladies and let them take me on a little walk through the gallery. They've got sculpture and paintings, mixed media and watercolor.
Yeah, good. Hey,
it's nice to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Thank you for
How
having
you
us
doing?
back. I'm good.
Good. Yeah, how's it going with art walking?
It's okay. So far, it's pretty good. I wanted you to tell me some things about here, though.
Okay.
Our walkthrough, or at least you could tell me about the gallery. I know you're a part owner.
Yes, that's correct. There's two of us,
Okay.
and we kind of came over from the painting side of the world into the gallery owner side of the world, which is totally different.
That is a brand new world for you.
Yes,
huh?
it is.
Going from being
Yeah,
an artist
it
to being
is.
something new. And
Right.
so this is who we're featuring?
Yes, this is our feature wall, and this is Brian Scanlon, who is, I love to talk about Brian because he's sort of from everywhere. He was from the West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, but now he's on the West Coast. So, and he's grown up now, so.
It turns out that this is where at least some of his information comes from.
That's exactly right, and you can see the influence.
His inspiration,
right.
Sure.
He does plein air work, and so you can see where he's been if you look closely at his work. He just went to Italy.
Is this a younger artist?
No, actually, he's in his 60s, and what we like to tell about him too is that he won in a competition, a national competition, which was called Stellar at 60, one of 10 that won. And so, yeah, we're very
really
proud of
impressive
that. Yes.
accolade.
Yes, and we were happy to sell that painting for him.
Well,
But
yeah.
he's a nice man.
Why don't you take me over and tell me at least how I could differentiate? What's your style? What do I know about yours that really, like you said, you want somebody to represent different? So in your family,
I would, right now I've just changed my focus to figures. I was doing some chart pieces with, it's a collage kind of deal.
okay.
These are not collage-y. There's a couple there that have collage, but they're just straight paintings. And
when you say collage, do you actually mean like literally you are laying pieces
Yes.
of work, so it's a mixed media then?
yes,
Is that what,
that's
okay.
exactly right. Mhm.
This is me learning my,
That's
all my new
right, yeah.
terminology.
Yeah,
for
that's
this.
right,
I can tell
mixed
that looks
media.
mosaic-y for the painting, but
Yes.
not what the actual...
Right.
I
So,
gotcha.
yeah, and you just, here again, it's like, I think Eva Carter said this to me one time, whatever it takes. So whatever it takes
I
is-
think it's very nice. The same way that you said to have art, the actual artists here, when you're running a gallery, you can tell people that you've changed, that you're changing a style, that you're learning something new, or
Yes,
trying out
just
something
trying
new.
out, you know, you get stuck in one thing and then you think, well, if I push my envelope a little more, maybe there's something
There's
else
something
I need
else
to
that
say.
You're going to really excel at.
Yeah. Or say.
Or-
You're saying something.
Yeah, that just gives you
Yeah.
another medium to try.
Yeah. Or another thing, like these are about motions. Like that one is about trust, and that one is about, well, both of those are about trust. Well, actually, they're all about
Is
trust.
that? Turns out that's what you're actually doing.
And that one, the mermaid, is about fun.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can
I'm a
see
shape
that one.
maker. I like to put the shapes together.
I think they're lovely, and I like it even better knowing that you've got some sort of the feelings behind it is what's conveying through.
Well, thank you.
Some artists like sketching fruit in a bowl. Other artists enjoy sketching beautiful models in provocative attire. The latter kind of artist goes to Dr. Sketchy's anti-art school. Dr. Sketchy's is not your mother's drawing class, as it is definitely more unique and quite a bit more titillating than your run-of-the-mill figure drawing class. The Charleston branch of Dr. Sketchy's was opened by Olivia Poole in 2011 and features models that one might classify as more alternative than your typical figure models, including roller derby girls, pinup models, and burlesque performers. On July 17th, the latest group of Sketchers gathered at the Speakeasy, an impossibly cool Prohibition-era watering hole located above Club Light on East Bay Street in downtown Charleston. Participants in Dr. Sketchy's not only soaked in the retro-chic atmosphere of the upscale establishment, imbibed unique libations and selected from an extensive beer list, but also had the opportunity to hone their drawing techniques by sketching lovely models in exotic clothing and in various states of undress. Risque rewards were provided to the artists who produced the best sketch. Model Queen April kept the audience rapt with her artless demeanor and witty banter, while a DJ kept heart rates up by providing upbeat musical accompaniment.
You want to take me at least a little further? in the
Okay,
back, or
let's
tell me
see.
who else
Let's check. Well, since Jeanette is right next door to me here,
You can at least, yeah,
focus
she's
is-
the big flowers.
Yes,
Jeanette
she
is
does
the big,
the
bold,
very
botanicals.
bold, and they are very like Jeanette in that she's
that
not a
alliteration?
messy painter like I am. She just, she puts down one layer and it's very smooth. If you run your fingers across my pieces, which you can't touch the art.
I wasn't going to.
No, I mean, I don't mind it, but I'm told that you can't
Probably
do
shouldn't
that.
encourage that.
No, that's right. I get that from a lot of
That
parents.
checks out.
Sit on that chair and don't you move.
Don't you touch a thing? No, I get nervous in the art galleries, and I'm an adult. And
Yeah.
I still am fearful about the whole thing.
Good for you. You can still touch it. Go ahead, touch it.
I very well may.
Anyway, back to the big flowers. But they're very smooth. If you did touch them, you would see
You
that.
can see it in the brushstroke, but
Which-
she doesn't
Yes,
punch along.
right. Which when I first met her, I would have to go to them and go, oh, gosh, it's painful. Because I am such a messy painter.
Which hers is, yeah, it looks smooth and seamless.
And that's the way she
That
is.
Exactly, which big strokes that are laid down with purpose and they land on the first try. That makes it seem very impressive.
Yes.
I would be it over and over again.
And then when she names them, that is sort of another dimension for it. Like she calls this Queen of the Night, which gives it a whole another connotation.
Again, I think that's the nicest thing about having you guys here
Yeah.
to explain yourselves and tell us more, like what else you didn't get the first time about art.
Well,
I like
good. This is T3 Black, and she is from the Boston area. And she came here from upstate South Carolina and asked us for a space. And at the moment, we needed somebody, and she's been with us ever since. And we're glad of it. She's unique.
Yeah,
a
again,
unique
it's just
young
an
lady.
entirely different style.
Yes.
So tell me if this
Right.
were filling, she's impressionist?
I would call it that, yeah. She works on board, which is a little bit harder to paint on. And then she does with a palette knife too, which she gets that real pasty.
Yeah, but hers look
look.
like the kind I want to touch. That's what she's
Yes,
got
they
art
do. A
that
lot
I like
of
to
texture going on in her pieces.
touch. Very nice.
And I don't know if you know palette knife, but it's a little bit on the hard side
They
to
look
work
like
with.
Tiny little
They
trowels,
are.
not
They're
a trowel,
yeah,
but a flat
sort
little-
of.
Yeah, I do know.
And some are rather long, and
That
it's
seems even
kind of
more
tricky
difficult
to.
move.
It is to get the pigments to work with you and not have it waller over each other and smear into each other when it shouldn't.
We'll
is,
take one walk back and
okay.
give me a little